Hello all, it's Łukasz Woźniak from Go On Board. Now I want to talk about second add-on expansion after the Wild Hunt, Legendary Monsters. And there are quite a few things to talk about. The expansion, gameplay all in, and a few words about the new stretch goals ahead. So, the main thing, Legendary Monsters. This is a 1 to 5 player co-op expansion, so a solo mode of course. A completely new game mode, cooperative game that brings new rules, components and new experience to the table. You as a group set out to fight with a terrifying monster, Leshen, and we actually have the miniature for that, thanks to our friends at RPG Guild. Prototype miniature of course, an ancient and powerful forest spirit. The forest listens to him and cooperates with him, so that's not helpful for the team. Second one, Aguara, a fox demon that can take on a humanoid form, so she's able to wield magic. She's a mistress of illusion. The third one is Him, which is one of the most powerful demons, which can inflict suffering directly into his victims. And the fourth one, Katakan, an intelligent vampire who feeds on blood. Long fangs, long talons, and ability to become invisible make him a very challenging opponent. So each time you play, you choose one of the 4 monsters. You also choose a difficulty level, and each monster has its unique abilities, and we have playtested all of them diligently. So it's not just a different flavor text, but a big difference in gameplay, in abilities, in special attacks. Each one gives you a different experience. And the base mechanics for the game remain the same. So you draft cards, you manage your hand, you build your tableau, and you can use all the characters in the game. So the ones that are in the base game, the ones that are in the stretch goal box. So a lot of variety here. You can also use companions like Shani or Zoltan, and there are 2 new companions in this expansion, specially made for legendary monsters, Lambert and Eskel, witchers that help the team in their endeavor. And each of them has 5 cards, so you draw 1 per round, so there is a variety even if you play multiple times with the same companion. So it's a 1 to 5 player cooperative mode, and cooperation between players is crucial. You deal damage to the monster together, and actions of each of the players are very important, because you win together if you kill the monster, but you also lose together if one of you at the table loses your life points. So we have here 4 legendary monster miniatures, 8 large cards, 2 per monster, initiative cards, because when you take action, the monster will also move and inflict damage. There are 24 special tokens for the monsters. There is 1 double-sided life point counter, 35 life point tokens, so each player gets 7, and they lose life if they're attacked by the monster or when they are not able to complete their challenge, because we have 27 challenge cards, and at the beginning of each round we reveal few of them, and we decide amongst the team who gets which one. And on the other hand, we have ability cards that we can use collectively, because the main idea, of course, is to draft cards and build your tableau and use your abilities to inflict damage, to gather swords and kill the monster. But the ability cards will help you sometimes to, maybe manage your other symbols and change them or use them to inflict more damage. And as I mentioned before, there are 10 companion cards for Lambert and Eskel. Also, there are the Witcher Old World special components, just a bonus, 4 legendary monster cards, large cards, that you can use if you have the Witcher Old World and the Legendary Hand expansion. So this is the second and last Path of Destiny expansion. And you can support the project by getting the base game or the deluxe game, as the vast majority of our backers did. And you can add one of the expansions if you want, but there's a gameplay all-in bundle. Deluxe game, of course with the stretch goals, with Wild Hunt and Legendary Monsters. So if you get the gameplay all-in, there is also a $5 discount and an exclusive gift from us to you, a Nalfgaard expansion. It contains the ship miniature, cards and 2 larger cards for Wild Hunt. This expansion can be used with both Wild Hunt and legendary monsters. So here the Wild Hunt side gets the ship to protect their generals, and the cooperating players will get special cards to help their cause. But it also works here with legendary monsters, because Wild Hunt gets 2 large cards and he becomes a 5th opponent in the solo co-op mode and uses the Wild Hunt miniature and also the Nalfgaard ship. So this expansion adds variety to both. An exclusive gift from us to our backers who decide to get the gameplay all in and support the project even more. So a new tale is on the horizon, Last Wish. Players try to win the favor of the djinn, and there is a cool mechanics where you try to estimate, anticipate, maybe sometimes push your luck, and when we draw the tokens we see which colors he favors, and we are tracking the amount of favor we have here, and the further we go the bigger the reward we get, and the player who got most favor on one particular round will also get a special favor card from the djinn, and there are many of them. So there's, on top of that cool mechanics where you try to anticipate and observe and play your cards to whatever the whims of the djinn may be at that time, you also get a lot of variety with different special favors that he grants. And again, thank you for your support. Let's meet in the comment section here or in the newest GameFound update and join the adventure.